Hey everybody. It's been a second since I have been present on this channel, and rather than apologizing for that and doing some sort of video to that regard, I'm just gonna trust that anybody watching this who is a fan of what I've shared on here already, you get it. Life gets busy and sometimes your energies are needed elsewhere, and for this past year, my energies were needed elsewhere. I'm still learning to have grace for the process and to not feel guilty when I can't be as consistent as I want to be, but I'm trying. So this video is sort of my first attempt at both acknowledging that and kind of moving past it. So there we are. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of the first video that I posted on this channel, which was about Jagged Little Pill and about Joe. And funnily enough, the last video that I posted on this channel was also about Jagged Little Pill. That one was about the tour. As I've been thinking about which video I want to share to kind of relaunch this next chapter, I feel like it's fitting for it to be something about Jagged Little Pill. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. And I know it's surprising that I still have things to say about it, but in the year since I posted that last Jagged video, I got to see the tour a few more times, and there started to be this different kind of aura around it, because I was aware of the fact that we were coming to the end, that the tour was going to end its run. And it was interesting because even as that sort of sadness and bittersweet feeling came up, there also started to be this like gnawing at my own sort of creative mind as I began to think about what does Joe represent and how can we bring more of that into the world. And of course, I felt the need to record a video, almost like wrapping up my Jagged Little Pill content on this channel. But as I was recording that video, I kind of let my brain just wander where it wanted to as I was processing everything. It started out as just kind of observations about the tour and its impact, and then it kind of snowballed into this sort of greater sense of purpose that I feel about continuing to share the lessons of that show and the visibility that a character like Joe can provide. So it started to be something that felt more like an initiative that I had like a responsibility to take on. And that's kind of a scary thing to realize. Yeah, that video, it took a turn. And because it took a turn and it wasn't just a video about the tour, it made me even more hesitant to share it. Because I was like, I don't know if people are going to care about all the other things I had to say in this video. I could just feel this like wave of imposter syndrome, and that stuttered my process. But in confiding in friends and fellow writers about it, I realized that I was letting the imposter syndrome win, and I am really trying hard not to do that. So in the interest of this being kind of a new chapter of setting new intentions and being more committed to my own sort of mission in championing diverse storytelling, and particularly queer storytelling, I decided to include all of that in the video. Because it ended up being like an hour long, I'm probably going to turn it into a series and cut it into parts to make it a little bit more digestible, because I know that these kind of long videos, they're not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to change my brand entirely, but I'm willing to try new things. Honestly, it's even just kind of fun to try new things. I've learned so much in just the, 3 years that I've been on here about video editing and sound and lighting and all that kind of stuff, and I'm still learning a lot of things. I'm still figuring things out. One of the things that I'm still figuring out is some sort of outro for this channel. Something that I can put at the end of every video that's kind of uniform and like fits my brand. So I may try out a few if you'll grant me the space to do so. And I think the first one that I want to try out is this. Remember, you are valid. You are queer enough. Your journey is unique and beautiful, and it might be a little messy sometimes, but I'm so proud of you for being yourself. Yeah, I didn't hate that. I don't know. We'll figure it out.